The college basketball experience. TBT preview and picks edition for July 19th edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win 325 times your entry with their new Pick 8. Sign up today with the promo code TCE to claim your special pick and first time deposit. Offer $250 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is loaded up with a ton of picks for the British Open. Claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. And welcome, everybody, to the college basketball experience. TBT. We are in the dog days of summer, baby. You knew we would find a way to cover the TBT over here at the college basketball experience. Got a lot of great alumni teams. This is the college basketball experience, so we got you covered every single day of this tournament over the next week or so. But first, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Mac Tonight over here at the College Basketball Experience. And I got a special guest. He's coming on to talk some TBT from the NBA Gambling Podcast, the MLB Gambling Podcast, formerly the NFL Gambling Podcast. He's on every damn channel other than the College Experience. But now he's on the College Experience. My man Lonte. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad to be here, man. Glad you had me on. I was previewing some stuff with Kobe and Patty C last year, so hopefully they'll have me back this year. We'll see.
All right, so you're co-host of the College Experience now too. So you checked off every box at SGP. So, but yeah, I know we were messaging and we're like, let's do some TBT shit this upcoming week. So, if you guys did not know, TBT does start tomorrow. First game's at 1:00, so 18 hours from now. They just dropped the lines here 25 minutes ago. So Lonte and I backstage were going through what we thought, futures market, stuff like that, because they spring it on you last second in this tournament because there's just not a lot of information. But Lonte, I don't know how much you've watched the TBT over the years. I've really paid more attention over the last couple of years since getting out of coaching. But what's just your overall thoughts on the TBT as a whole?
Man, I mean, if you just love basketball, especially if you love college basketball, some of these names that you haven't seen in a while, it's pretty refreshing to watch these guys play. And obviously, they're didn't make it in the NBA, but they're still going with the professional career. So it's good to see these guys come on. I've been paying attention to it like sparingly every now and then. If a specific team kind of catches my eye, I'll kind of try to watch them more than the others. But I think overall, just if you're just a fan of basketball, like I am, like I know you are, then I think you'll enjoy it. Especially it's the best thing. It's just like March Madness, win or go home. They got the prize at the end. They got the target score. So yeah, I think it's exciting. Especially if you are degenerates like us, and we'll bet on anything pretty much. So.
Absolutely. And you talk about the prize. The prize is $1 million for the team. So these guys do play hard because, I mean, you split that 1 mil, 15 ways. We had the head coach of West Virginia on earlier. And I think the breakdown of the prize is going to be about 80,000 per person. I don't know about you, man, but I'll take it 80 grand. Yeah. So, but yeah, this is the TBT's been going on for about a decade. I did the breakdown prior to the show, and I talked about this has really been more of a trend recently, the alumni teams. I think the alumni teams are up to 30. Last year, I think it was in the 20s. So basically half the field is alumni teams, and that's where this event honestly has taken off over the last couple of years as the sites. It's the alumni teams, whether it's Wichita State, West Virginia, Kentucky's got a site, Louisville, Ohio State, Dayton's the best. Dayton, has hosted the whole thing one time. So, what are your thoughts on these alumni teams versus maybe the pro teams that maybe they didn't play together in college, but maybe they have more continuity than some of these alumni that haven't played together in 10 years?
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to go into it, and it's all about how you want, what you root for, or what you want to see, because continuity is a big thing in basketball, pretty much in all sports. And at some point, kind of talent kind of overwhelms it, depending on how good the talent is, of course. Like, so you see teams who some of these guys have played in college together, like you mentioned, and others who have been playing professionally, and they're kind of just, I compare it to like a summer league team. Like, these guys all played in college, and now they're on one specific team, and they haven't played with each other. So you got to kind of pick your spots. But I think it's a unique playing. It's a playing field. It's like a level playing field. No team has had more time than the other. And you got, one or two guys who have played together in college or overseas who kind of can connect and get back to doing some of the things that they do. Some of the head coaches actually, I thought should be playing in the game. I know they got some of these. I was looking at the rosters, and interesting batch. So I'm intrigued to watch it, and especially make some money off of it if we can.
Of course. And I think we both agree. Don't go crazy in round one. I mean, I love to throw as much money as anybody, but I think we want to see a little bit of these teams play a little bit. Obviously, we pick our spots, but once we see these teams play, the rotations that they're playing with, and as they move along, we'll get a better gauge on team chemistry and just offense and defensive styles. But real quick, we'll dive into the matchups for tomorrow. But first, we got to talk about college football, because the college football experience is here, and they're doing all 134 teams. And so is the Sports Gambling Podcast. They're doing all the leagues right now. So get on over there and get your college football content today. Tune in whenever or wherever you get your podcast, or just download the SGPN app. All righty, we are back on the college basketball experience, TBT style. So we have 16 games tomorrow, Lonte. 16 tomorrow, 16 on Saturday. I know my days of the week. Tomorrow is the Butler region, the Houston region, the Cincinnati region, and the Lexington region. So, and they're going to be scattered throughout the day. I think one, kind of like March Madness, honestly, 1, 3, 6, and 8. So, and a lot of them are on national TV. So I will lead it off, and we will go to, and as soon as I said that, by the way, the lines are over there at DraftKings. So that's the only book that I see that had them out. Give me 1 second. My browser is reloading, but as I get it back up for the TBT, the first game, I know it's in, where'd it go? The basketball tournament. There we go. All right. We're going to go to Eberlein Drive versus Team Arkansas. Team Arkansas is laying 5. The over-under is 4. I'm surprised they have totals on this.
Yeah, me too. I am too. Yeah.
I don't have total play. Sorry, guys. The over-under is set at 141.5. This is the 3-6 matchup in the Butler region. Team Arkansas is an Arkansas alumni team. Eberlein Drive is just a TBT team that's been there forever. So, Lonte, thoughts on this game, the early game?
Yeah, so my approach pretty much is going to be the same with a lot of the games. Like I think we were talking backstage, is that I'm going to defer to the talent that I know, and also just the overall like game of how I perceive it. Like if I was handicapping any other game, I value good guard play. I value, now obviously we haven't seen some of these guys play in forever. If at all, since like college, or if they had pro stints or whatever the case may be. But just going off of what I think that or perceive them to be in this specific setting against, guys who are talented, but they're probably weren't as talented as them in their prime if you just compare the two. So I value good guard play. I also value like guys who can just score, because in this type of setting, I mean, you want the size and athleticism to kind of take full course here. So I like Team Arkansas I'll lay the 5 here. Obviously, I have no idea about the total because we have no way of doing anything. So this is kind of just like looking at rosters for me, comparing and seeing who I like. Arkansas has some solid guard play. I think they're deep and can play more than a few guys at multiple positions. So I value that. So I'm going to go with Team Arkansas laying the 5.
We're 1-for-1 agreeing with each other because Team Arkansas, I was actually impressed with them, and I value experience in this tournament a lot too. I thought Arkansas was really fucking good, to be honest. I mean, they won both their first 2 games by double digits, and then they played a true road game and almost beat Wichita last year.
Yeah.
I like your guard angle, and Eberlein Drive is lost in the first round back-to-back years, and I think they started this team the inaugural year. I think they just don't have the horses to keep up with Arkansas. They're one of the oldest teams in the field, so I'm in agreement. I'll lay the 5. I'm assuming that this is actually probably going to move our way, so I'm definitely going to grab the 5 on Team Arkansas. All right, we next up will go to Team Gibson versus Dream 34. This is the 3-6 matchup in the Cincinnati region. Team Gibson, a short favorite here as the 3 seed as well. Laying 4, over under set at 153.5. So they think there's going to be points in this game. Does that favor the favorite?
Yeah, I think so. I'm leaning towards the dog here in this one though, specifically because I like the guard, the shooting depth that they have. They got a guy who I'm familiar with who went to Winston-Salem State, Jalen Austin. I watched him play when he was here. I'm not too far from the Winston area, so I seen him play. I'm familiar with his game. He can shoot it. They got a lot of shooters. The size is the most, I guess, detrimental to their staff. They don't have a lot of size, so if they're shooting threes, they also got PJ Harrison on that team, who obviously North Carolina alum, play a little bit for Charlotte Hornets. So that's a guy who can score, get a bucket at any given time. I'm pretty sure he's still in decent shape. So I'm gonna go with the dog here and go with Dream 34. Plus, what is this? Plus 4?
Yeah, plus 4. And trying to see, is there a money line out? Yeah, it's plus 135 on the money line.
I like that.
And last year, they won a game, Dream 34. They played as they were called the Virginia Dream Team. They beat VCU, and so I think the number being this short in a 3-6 matchup is telling. I'm with you. They have the more experience as well. Like I said, I do value experience in this, and pulling off an upset, been there, done that. It just sucked that they ran into Buffalo last year. It was one of the premier teams in this event. Team Gibson was one and done last year. I'll take a shot on the dog here. I think definitely if you want a dog, it's going to be of the more experience, but not like Eberlein Drive where it's just the old guys. So give me Dream 34, formerly Virginia Dream Team, plus 4 here. So I like it. All right, next up we will go to, and I actually love this team and in the Lexington region, Woco Showtime. This is the Wofford alumni team. They're laying 6.5 in another 3-6 matchup against the NOF, the NAWF. I'm not really sure what that stands for, but they're laying 6.5. What's your thoughts here on the former SoCon studs and the Wofford guys?
Hey, look, man, I'm always gonna go for the underdog. I like the, well, I guess the underdog would be Wofford in this specific case. But yeah, I like the Wofford team, man. Honestly, the roster for the North just doesn't move me at all. I mean, I see they got a couple of guys, but Wesley Witherspoon, I'm sorry. Wesley Hinton at center. He used to play at Troy. Solid. But again, I just don't think they have enough. Wofford, I'm pretty sure, will have great continuity to be able to come out and play. So I'm going to go with Wofford.
I'm going with Wofford as well. I'm definitely, I like this one a lot because Wofford's 0-2 in this event, and one of their games was at West Virginia. They lost by, I think, 2 or 3 on the Elam ending buzzer beater. I guess it's not a buzzer beater, but it's, you know what I mean. It was tied, and West Virginia was able to escape. It was a road game, and then they almost beat Auburn's team last year. They bring back a lot of continuity. They know how to play with one another. I think also the numbers kind of telling you that compared to the other 3-6 matchups, this is by far the biggest one.
Yeah.
I think I like laying the number here in the Lexington region with Woco Showtime to get their first ever TBT win in convincing fashion. So, all right, the final region is going to be the 4-5 matchup in the Houston region. This is a 2 o'clock Eastern start, 1 o'clock Central. Program NYC for Autism is laying 2 against Challenge ALS. Both of these two teams have had experience in this event. This is a good. I like this game. I like this early game. Where are you going here, Lonte?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the. I wonder, are they like donating to like autism or some of these causes, like the team names? Because that would be dope if they are. But
they are, and they went all the way to the finals the one year, if I remember correctly. I think they're 9-3 all time. They've been really good in this event.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, I mean I say that, but I'm gonna go the opposite way with the dog here. Mainly because again, the guard play. I like Darren Collison at the helm. You mentioned it, they got some experience, they've had some success. I think that breathes away. I'm not really impressed with the program. I'm not impressed with their roster. I mean, it looks like the talented guys, but I'm not sure if they're going to mesh well. I think they'll have problems stopping Collison, who was with the South Bay Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, the last team they played with. So I'm going to go with Darren Collison, and with the points, I don't even think you need the points. I think they win it outright.
So this is going to sound fucked up. So you're going with the cut. You're going with the cause of ALS versus autism.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it like that. So I'm trying to go around it.
I knew what you mean. Autism went to the Final Four 2 years ago. ALS went to, I think, the Sweet 16 back-to-back years. Both teams have had really good success in this event. I think ALS is 11-5 all-time. Autism team. I need to stop just saying autism. Team autism. Right. Fight for Autism is 9-3. This will be our first disagreement. I'm gonna ride with the New York City guys. If you remember, Lonte, remember they did it at Rucker Park a couple years ago?
Oh, absolutely.
They were the one that represented out of this region.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this was the region that they came out of. I think that they get it done in H-Town to start the day and continue their success at this event. Those are the early games, the early window. Real quick, we got to talk Underdog Fantasy because they just launched their new college football product, Best Ball. First place wins $20,000. Plus, they pick lower pick'em. 8 allows you to win 325 times your entry. Like I said on the 2 previous shows I just did, we are going to do a Big 12 Best Ball in the preseason every single week. And, of course, the main guys over at the College Football Experience are giving out Best Ball lineups, and especially NC Nick. So get on over there and check out the Underdog Fantasy. But remember, if you want the best deals, you want the best bang for your buck, code right above my damn head, TCESGPN, to claim your special pick and first time deposit. Offer up to $250 bonus in cash. Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Circa Survivor and Circa Millions. Back bigger, better than ever. 16 million guaranteed prizes. All you got to do is pick 5 NFL games, 8 each week, ATS, $6 million to survive the NFL Gauntlet Survivor Challenge. And they even have a deal with the footballproxy.com to save you $50 with the promo code SGP. And if you want to get out there in Vegas, Ryan and Sean will be out there August 22nd through 24th. Get on over there to the best sports book in America, Circa Sports, Circa Survivor, Circa Millions. All righty, we are back. 4 games down, 12 to go. Feels good to be picking some games. I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of interviews and off-season content. So this one is interesting. This one is in the Indiana region. We got, 2 Indiana teams. We got Fort Wayne taking on the Men of Mackey, a.k.a. the Purdue alumni. Fort Wayne's not an alumni team. It's just a bunch of good pros in the Fort Wayne area. Fort Wayne's a 5 seed. They're laying 2 against the 4 seed. Lonte, I'll let you take it away here on your handicap.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Purdue team. I think obviously it's not much of a home court advantage if you were to put it that way. Both teams being in Indiana, but I like the talent level of the men of Mackey. They got Stefanovic, who is not too far removed from shooting lights out in Purdue. Him, and they also have what's my guy's name? Ian Miller, who played at Florida State. I remember him giving my Tar Heels nightmares. So I like the guard play. I think that them being a dog is kind of telling because I think we were talking about it earlier. Their future odds are somewhat similar. The last I checked, so I think it's more of a toss-up game. Obviously, it's competitive with the 2-point spread, but I think it should be more so to pick them. So I'm gonna go with the dog here, with the backcourt of Stefanovic and Ian Miller.
We got a disagreement here. So 2 in a row. There we go. We give a little diversity
There we go.
in our picks. I've liked this Fort Wayne team covering this event the last couple of years. They've been really good, 12-6 all time. They got good pros that just are under the radar in that area. Remember Solomon Young,
Yeah, I
Iowa
do remember
State,
him. Yeah.
Queensberry, Glenn Watson as well. They got good guys that just know how to play with one another. In my opinion, I think Fort Wayne gets it done here. I think Fort Wayne might be actually live to get out of the region. So,
Wow, really?
yeah, I like the Fort Wayne. They're 12-6 all time at the TBT.
You don't see any total not region odds, do you? All I see is just like future odds
Nah,
for the
yeah, I
whole
just
thing.
saw the future, and they were to cut down the nets. Where were they? 60-1.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right on
Yeah.
brand. That's right on brand.
Yeah, I like this Fort Wayne team, and I'll tell you why I think that they could, or maybe Purdue could, if Purdue could get it done. So, all right, let's go to the next game, and this is virtually a pick 'em. One side is -120, the other side is -110, and that is what region is this? Where'd it go? Hold on. This is the Brown Ballers versus the Red Rose Thunder. Do you know what region this is?
Yeah, I'm not seeing a region for this one either. DraftKings doesn't have a ton of like.
Oh, here it is. It's the Cincinnati region. It's a 4-5 game.
Okay,
Here we go.
cool.
Yep. All right. So this is a 4-5 game in the Cincinnati region. Brown Ballers are laying one, basically a pick. So this is who's going to win the game here? -120, -110 on each side. So where are you going here, Lonte?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the. I guess let me make sure I thought they were a dog earlier. Instead of it being Pick'em, I'm going with the Red Rose Thunder. I don't know much about. I was checking out the roster of the Brown Ballers.
Brown Ballers.
Not really familiar with a ton of guys. So I'm gonna just go with what I know. Akil Carr, you remember him from the mixtape high school? He had an incredible high school mixtape. They got Anthony Smith from Murray State, who was solid as well. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he played with Morant. I think he like bled over into the team. I'm not 100% sure, but I like some of the guys. Decent guard play. They got the Marcus Kennedy from Villanova with the SMU as well. So I'm just going with familiarity here. In a pick'em game, I think I'll take I'll take what I perceive to be the best talented team, the more talented team. Sorry.
Were you asking about Anthony Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. I think he was injured Morant's year.
Okay. I knew it was something close.
I was at Austin P. Morant's year. I'm tired of seeing Morant.
Oh man,
he was so annoying to play against. He did not belong in that league. But I think I agree with you here. I'll take the. Did you say that they were a dog earlier and now they're favored?
Yeah, well, they were like +1.5, and now it's like +1 -15. So yeah,
I'll ride with you here. Red Rose Thunder. I think that they do have the better roster. This is their inaugural game in the Cincinnati region. So yeah, I will take a shot here on the Red Rose Thunder with you in a pick'em. All right, this if you watch the TBT, you're gonna know this team. This is in the Lexington region. Heard that aka the Marshall alumni team has been really good in this event. They're laying 10.5 against Jackson, Tennessee. Boom. Lonte, any shot on the dog here?
No, actually, I kind of like this. I like this Herd That team. They're one of the most, they're one of the more higher power rated teams if you just go by future odds. And they got one of my favorite guys, man, to ever play. They got my guy John Elmore, who played at Marshall. They got him, and he's electric. I know you remember some of his games when he was at Marshall, tearing it up. They also got my guy from North Carolina, JP Tokoto, who has insane bounce. Well, he had insane bounce. I don't know if he still does, but I'm going with them, man. I think they're laying this number for a reason. They got a really good backcourt, a lot of good shooting. And I trust Elmore, I trust Tokoto to kind of get it done.
Yeah, I'm with you. And as much as I hate Marshall, I think this is, you know me, I'm a West Virginia guy.
Yeah, I know.
They're good in this event, man. The 1 year they almost went all the way to the final. Not the other Elmore brother was playing. I think it was the COVID year. They are 8-4 all time. Last year they made it to the Final Four. They beat West Virginia in this event last year. I'm in complete agreement with you. They're laying this number for a reason. I think they're baiting you to take the dog with getting 10 points in a TBT game.
Yep.
I'm with you. I'll lay the big number. Give me the Herd that minus 10.5. All right, let's go over to a 3-6 matchup in the Houston region. We got Team Enchantment. That's the New Mexico Lobo. I don't know why they're called the Enchantment, being the Lobos. It's kind of random. But they're the Lobo alumni team. They're the 3 seed, playing once a Bronco, the Boise State alumni team. Enchantment's laying that 6.5 number, Lonte.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me, Mac. I would love to hear your thoughts because I couldn't really pick a side. I could make a case for both sides. This might be one of the games that I lay off of, so I'm interested to hear your take. I don't really have anything strong on this one.
I think I like Enchantment. I think I'm going to lay the number because Enchantment, they have good continuity in this event, and this is in Houston. Okay, so the 1 year they actually hosted the event, but they got good size. I also, if you want to go with the guard angle, I do like their guard play as well. Yeah. It's overall just I like that they have played in this event multiple years. Trying to remember their guards' names. Troy Simons. I like him. I like Anthony Mathis as well.
I love Anthony Mathis.
And then Bryce Alford's son. I think it's son of Steve Alford. So they got good guards and they got good size, and they've played with one another in this event. It's more of just I know what I'm getting with them compared to the dog here with once a Bronco.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'm with you there. You kind of talked me into that one.
Yeah, I'm glad I could do that for you. So you talked me into a couple. There were a couple you swayed me. I was like, I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
There's going to be a couple that we're going to be on the fence for. All right, let's go to the 6 o'clock. So we're starting the night games now. We got Fail Harder is taking on All Good. What's their full name? It's like cut off.
All Good Dawgs.
All Good Dawgs. Yeah, All Good Dawgs. All Good Dawgs is the Butler team. So they're the home team here. They're playing Fail Harder. This number's kind of short for a 2-7 game.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of like the dog here. First ever game in the TBT for Butler, hosting, a little pressure.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I kind of like the dog. I thought the number is telling. Jordan Walker of Morehead State is going to be the point guard there. They also got Kobe Webster, who played for Nebraska and Western Illinois. So like the guard play there. Not really much to talk about on the other side with the Butler. I mean, they got Shelvin Mack on the other
TV
side.
Guy.
Yeah, so I mean, how much? I'm not sure how effective he'll be. He's actually pretty good on TV, to be honest.
He's really good on TV, but now he's playing.
Right, yeah. So I'm gonna go with the dog here. So I couldn't agree more with you. I think the number's short. I think that's kind of telling for what you for what we usually look for. They also probably would need their assistant coach to kind of play. CJ Walker. He used to play for Ohio State and Florida State. They probably need him to suit up. But yeah, I like the dog here.
And this is Kyle Guy. Kyle Guy's on the dog here.
Yeah,
he's on Phil Harder. He's an Indy kid. Yeah, I like it. I'll take a shot on the dog here. I think that they might be live in this game plus 220, to be honest. So
yeah,
this might be the dog at the end. All right, let's go over to another 2-7 matchup. This is in the Cincinnati region. I like when I know Xavier, because I know Xavier is going to be in the Cincinnati region. They are laying 9 against Takeover BC. Zip them up's been good in this event, and they're at home. Well, it's at Cincinnati. I guess it's technically not home. I think I'm going to lay the number with the Musketeers here. How about you, Lonte?
Yeah, pretty easy for me. Cut and dry here. Yeah, experience, continuity. You mentioned the success they've had in the event. I think that continues at home. I think they roll here. I would probably look for them to come out and win by like 20 plus here.
I thought you were going to say give out an alt line. It's like, Lonte, I don't think that they
have no, that is my thing.
I don't think they have alt lines in this event, but I know what you mean. Yeah, man, these teams that just have been in this event that know it is a lot of pressure when you're the favorite and there's 80 or there's 1 mil on the line. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go over to we're going to go over to War Ready versus D2. And War Ready is laying just 1.5. I guess this is a 4-5 matchup. What's your thoughts here? Obviously, this is the Auburn alumni team with their name.
Yeah, I thought it was short. I didn't like what I saw from the D2 roster. I like some of the guys from this Auburn roster. I mean, I just didn't see much. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see much of anything from the other roster. You got Wendell Green, who will be playing for here. He's not too far from playing at Auburn, so he's still in good shape there. He can score a little bit. I didn't see enough on the opposite side to turn me off of a team with as much talent as they have with War Ready.
I think I agree with you. We usually say short and then we take the dog, but I think also maybe War Ready, they got drilled last year in this event by Louisville, but Louisville was really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe this is an overreaction. I'm with you. I like War Ready's roster better, and another experience angle here. So give us War Ready in the center. What region was this? Was this Kentucky region?
I think this might have been Cincinnati, right?
No, this is Lexington.
Oh, okay.
So the winner of this will play Heard That. And just to confirm, D2 Waymakers 2 and 3 overall. I'm still on the Auburn team with you. I'm not getting swayed off that. All right. Final game of the early night games. LA Ignite is taking on Bleed Green. Bleed Green's been a machine in this event. Yeah. They made the final last year. I think the year before that, Elite 8. They're like 12. I think this is telling as well. I'm gonna lay it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple whenever you see these big numbers. It's because they have the continuity. You mentioned the track record that they've had. Got close last year. Was it last year or was it the year before that they went to the final?
It was last year that they lost to Heartfire, I think, in the final. They lost to Heartfire. I think they lost a tight one. Yeah, 78-73. And the year before that, they lost at Wichita, and they lost by 1. And that was at Wichita, which is the hardest place to play other than maybe Dayton in the TBT.
Right. Yeah, and they got 2 of my favorite guys, JT Terrell, who I saw play a bunch in high school. They got Terrence Smith, who went to UConn, and I didn't even know this guy was still playing basketball. North Carolina legend Ty Lawson on the roster. I wonder if he's still as fast. I wonder if he's still as fast as he once was. But probably regardless, not. I mean that's good. Going back to what we said at the top. I mean that pretty much solidifies our handicap with those 3 guards in the backcourt. So I'm gonna take a shot with Los Angeles Ignite, man. I really am.
Oh, you're taking the dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the dog here. I'm gonna go with the dog.
All right, we can't agree on every game, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the dog, thinking those guards can keep him in, at least to be comfortable enough to cover that big number.
Okay, I mean you are getting 12, so all right, real quick, we got to talk about rhythm because we got 4 games left. The British Open is this week. Well, it started today. If you're not checking out, check out the AI picks. They give out top winners, top 5, top 10, top 20. Miss the cut, make the cut, you name it. You can customize your own betting model over at Rhythm. And if you're a college football or college basketball fan, you're going to want to do this because claim your 7-day free trial by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. All right, Lonte, final 4 games on the board. The Valpo alumni team is coming in here, and they are going to play Indiana, who's the 1 seed. Indiana's laying 10.5 against Valpo. Valpo played 2 years ago. Indiana's first ever game here. What are you doing here?
I'm laying it, man. I think. Have you seen
Yogi Ferrell?
Yeah. I'm laying it. I like their roster. I really do. I think they have one of the better put together rosters as far as some of those guys, the guards and the bigs. I like how they match those guys up. Yeah, I think this number is telling as well. So I'm gonna lay the 10.5.
You talked me into it. I think they were my. I was torn, but
because look at that guard play, man.
They got a better roster.
Yeah. Got Race Thompson, Yogi Ferrell. Like they got some guys.
I think I've laid every double-digit favorite so far. So if they're a double-digit favorite, there's a reason they're a double-digit favorite in my motto in this TBT game over the years. So yeah, I think they have the better roster. As much as I want to root for Valpo against Indiana, it's just they don't have the dogs. They don't have the horses. It will be their Super Bowl, but I don't think they have enough. So we're laying it with the Hoosiers here in the Butler region. So you got a lot of they got a lot of Indiana schools.
Yeah, definitely.
IU, Butler, Purdue, Valpo. Who else do they have in that damn region? Do they have another alumni team? No, then they have Arkansas, which is random as fuck.
It is random. Okay. That is random.
That means Arkansas will win.
Probably. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the 1 seed in the Cincinnati region. This one's easy to remember. Nasty Nati. Nasty Nati was impressive in their debuts last year. They're laying 12 as a 1 seed against team about a billions. Team about a billions about to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Are we laying this?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That guard play, they got my guy who played not too far from where I'm at, Isaiah Miller, incredible guard. He probably would be in the NBA if he didn't get hurt. I think he got hurt during the draft process or in the dunk contest, in the college dunk contest. I think he might have got hurt, and it kind of plummeted his draft stock. Crazy athletic. They got Jacob Evans, who's a really good guard. He played at Cincinnati. Did he play for? I can't remember who he played for, but he was really good at Cincinnati. Keith Williams,
Mick.
who also was obviously
at Mick.
There we go.
Yeah,
I knew it was Mick. Yeah. So yeah, man, I like the guard play. I think they roll here.
They're good, and you want to talk about continuity? I mean, last year they drilled teams early in this event. So and Cumberland's on our thumbnail. So I mean, this is kind of foreshadowing that we were going to be high on the Cincinnati Bearcats here and their alumni team playing at home in front of the home crowd. All right, 2 games remain on the board. Let's go to Lexington. The Kentucky team is playing 305 Ballers. This is the Kentucky alumni team debut in this event. What's your thoughts on this Kentucky team? Cal's guys are playing
loaded, bro. They are this is one of my picks to win it all. I got them at 12-1 to win the whole thing. I mean, I don't know if you want to if we're allowed to get that out early, but yeah, I like them 12-1. I laid 11.5, one of my favorite bets. They got obviously 2 big physical guards in the Harrison twins, 2 big athletic bigs in Daniel Orton and Cauley Stein. They got the shooting with Kellen Grady. And if they had the coaches play, Tyler Eulis looks like he can probably go out there and give you, 6 assists, 2 steals. So I'm really high on this La Familia team. I think they get it done here. Late 11.5.
This team is stupid talented.
It is.
I mean, if we could just go back to them playing at Kentucky. Oh wait, they did play Kentucky.
Right.
Does it concern you that it's Kentucky in a one and done setting?
It does. But the only thing is,
Cal's not coaching.
Yeah, it's not Cal. It's not Cal coaching. It's Tyler.
I'm with you. I'm with you. They're gonna win because Cal's not coaching. Lady number.
Yep.
La Familia. They got. It may take them a game. They may start a little slow in this, but I think just the athletes over I don't even know how many minutes they played because of the Elam ending, but 48 minutes, whatever it is, or 40 minutes, somewhere in there. Just the athleticism will just pull away at the end of the game, in my opinion. So another double-digit favorite for me. Kramer would be proud that I'm just laying every chalk big favorite at the TBT.
I think I laid everyone but one, though. So, I mean, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to eat the chalk. I love betting dogs as much as anybody, but when double digits favorites at the TBT start off the bat, they're telling you. Austin's Own is taking on the Forever Coogs. So this is it's a little rivalry here in the Houston region. We got the home team, the Houston Cougars, taking on the Texas Longhorns alumni team. The Cougs are laying 6. That number's kind of short for 2-7.
Yeah. It is. I'm gonna go with Texas here. I'm gonna go with Austin's Own. Yeah, I'm gonna go and take the plus money on the I take the +7 with the dog. I mean, I think the roster is constructed pretty well now. How they how they play is different, but I mean, I wish Damian James could actually go out there and play. He probably could get you some plays. I like the guard play. They got nice size, really good size. I got Kerwin Roach Jr. shooting the ball. He can shoot it. I think for a dog, I think they'll be feisty. Not much of a home court advantage. I don't think it'll be much. I'm gonna go with the dog here.
And the other thing, Lonte, is this is Houston's first ever TBT game.
Oh yeah.
So they do have some dogs. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of you start seeing some of these guys that have played for Samson. But I mean, sometimes those guys struggle to score, and Texas lost a team enchantment last year, so that makes me feel even better about our enchantment pick, laying 6.5. I'm with you. I'll take the dog here. I'll take Texas. You want to fade Texas when they're favored. But when they're a dog and they got no pressure on them, I like him here. A little more continuity, so I'll take a shot on the dog. All right. It's a attempt to do what do you want to do? 2 locks and a dog?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with whatever you're comfortable with. It's fine with me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 2 or 3 locks and a dog. 3 picks and then a long shot here.
All right, cool. That's cool. So let's go with the first one, which I really like, is La Familia. Loved it, obviously, with those Kentucky guys playing with each other. I think you summed it up perfectly. Might start off a little bit slow, but once they get going, it's going to be hard to stop. They got a freight train of guys. They can rotate guys in and out. Didn't even mention James Young, who is probably one of the more athletic players to come out of Kentucky. Crazy athletic. And he had some time in the NBA as well for the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. So that's one of my favorite ones is the La Familia land, the 11. You can get that -115. That's on DraftKings as well. Let's see, another dog. I'm gonna go with Zip 'em up. Not a dog, a lock. I'm gonna go with Zip 'em up. That's a game we both liked. At home, they got the continuity. They've been destroying teams since the beginning. I think they'll come out. Is this takeover BC's first? Is this their first season?
Which region is this again?
It's got to be the Cincinnati region, I'm thinking.
Cincinnati.
If I'm thinking I'm right.
I believe so. Takeover BC. Yeah, I think I might join you on this lock.
Yeah. So, and I got my last lock. I'm gonna go with Red Rose Thunder. Just not impressed with the Brown Ballers. I mean, I know it's a short lock. It's +1, but I just like some of the things that the backcourt has to do for Red Rose Thunder. Now, some of those guys on the Brown Ballers could come out and shock me if they do. I mean, it is a pick 'em. But I like Red Rose Thunder to kind of get it done. For the dog, man, let's see. We got to go big or go home. It's the debut of the show. I think it's a game that I don't know if we disagreed on this one or not. Where are we at? I'm trying to find the price for it. I'm gonna go Austin's own +200.
Late game, baby.
Yeah, get out game.
Yeah,
we got to get warmed up for the Hawaii games later on in a few months.
I stay tuned. I may join you on that one. All right, let's go. I think I love the Woko Showtime. That'll be my first lock, laying the 6.5. I liked their draw. They had a couple heartbreaks last couple years as a dog. Now they're a favorite with a good draw. I think they come out and make a statement here. So give me Woko Showtime and the Wofford alumni team laying the 6.5. Heard that this is like their event, man. They come out and they just drill teams in this event. So give me heard that laying the 10.5 here as my second lock. For my third lock, I'm with you. I'm taking the Nasty Nati. I love that team. That team's got some dogs. I'll lay the 12 with the Natty there. And for my dog, I will. There was another dog I liked up top, I thought. Dream 34 to start the day. I do like the Austin Own at the end, 200. This one's +135, but let's start the day off with the dog. 1:00 start, team 34 gets it going in the right direction to start the day. Gotta get a dog. Gotta get a dog early or late. So when I hit that, I'll hop on Austin's Own with you. So
there we go. There we go.
All right, man. This is fun.
Yeah, definitely fun.
Part of me wants. Nah, I'm good. I gave.
It's only the first day. You got some West Virginia boys playing on Saturday, right? Or Friday?
Yeah, they've been good at this event. They either go to Sweet 16 or Elite 8 every year. It feels like so.
Yeah, they got a nice squad.
Oh yeah, they got it's all the Press Virginia guys. So
yep.
All right, man. You guys can find or Lonte, plug your stuff.
I'm at the
beginning of the show.
No, it's all good, man. I'm on Twitter, just or X, whatever you want to call it, XX Lonte XX. I do a lot of stuff around the network, like Moneyline Mac, mentioned. Just try to do my best to fit in where I can, man. Pretty much, we're starting up MLB stuff. Just had an All-Star break, so we'll be covering that on a daily basis. Putting out some college football stuff. Hopefully, I can get in touch with Kobe and get some stuff done with him. And yeah, man, that's about it. I appreciate you having me on, man. Looking forward to doing a few more of these.
Absolutely. And appreciate Lonte hopping on the college experience with us, guys. Go check out all his great work. He is at XX Lonte XX. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. We'll be back tomorrow talking TBT. And we are out of here. This is the college experience. It's taking like forever to end tonight.
That's all good.